Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Sim Settlements 2. In this episode, I think what I'm going to do is finish the Sanctuary quest for Preston. We need to pick up the quest which will take us to Tenpines and then to the Corvega factory. And that way we can acquire the Tenpines settlement. In the last episode, I was going to pick up the Eddie Winter holotapes, but decided to go ahead and hold on that until I get Nick Valentine as a companion, and that is coming. I haven't made it to Diamond City yet, and therefore I haven't discovered downtown Boston. And we're also going to go ahead and drop from the workshop an equip settler's chest. And this way we can put some gear in it and test that mod as we go. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Reshade usually causes a little bit of flickering. Okay, so let's hit up Preston here.
I don't think we were done.
What kind of help do they need?
Sounded like the usual. Raiders. You'll have to get all the details when you talk to them.
Okay, so I could say I can help right now. More helpless villagers. See, this is an interesting speech option. To rescue more helpless visitors, because I wouldn't think that would even...
You need a minute?
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic.
I don't think that would even
By the way,
come up.
if you want to help out around here at all,
I kind of get the idea of
sure
role-playing, but given the fact we are a lawyer, we don't really have any backstory. We have no idea on a backstory of what our... who we would be as a lawyer, whether we would be a really ruthless lawyer or a not-so-ruthless lawyer. Okay, so quest. Let's go ahead and wait for settlers to finish. Residential plots. Okay, so this is still waiting. I'm not sure what we're waiting for, but that one's done. Okay. So what we want to do is let's highlight talking to Sturgis. Okay, and that's good. Alright, Sturgis, he must be asleep over here. Alrighty, let's see if we can find... Here we go.
Sturgis.
You willing to do some work?
That depends. Let's see. What kind of work do you have?
What kind of help do you need?
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long.
I'd be glad to help.
Okay, good deal. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
New mission objective received.
Okay. Now, I did use some settlements to do a city plan before I completed
Sturgis.
this quest. So let's see how everything hooks in together.
I like it.
Let's make sure we're going to be okay. So far, so good.
What we need now is a reliable
I
source of
believe
clean water.
I believe it's simply checking. We'll just let Buzz do this.
Clean
I believe
water?
it simply checks the
Great.
the
Thanks again.
the resident variables for a settlement is what I think it does, and therefore we're in good shape. All right, it looks like we've got he is assigned as a guard, and he does have a bed to
Sturgis.
sleep in. Okay, so good. That seems to work just fine.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply
I
of
can
clean
catch him
water.
before he lays back
I
down.
hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
I'll start planting right away.
Good
Okay,
deal.
so I kind of get this. Okay, let's look at the story. I strongly get this to a degree. I do. You know, Sturgis, you've just rescued some people. They need some help. You are on a quest to find your son. You haven't really told them yet. So you haven't really told them yet what your quest is and the importance of your quest to let them to say, yes, this is very important that you find your son. So it's kind of like, hey, we need some help. Can you help us? So I see that as a.
This place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
As a tutorial.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that.
I get this as a
Well, I'll sleep
tutorial.
better at night
So
knowing you
I
have
think it
some
works well
defenses
as a
set up.
tutorial,
It's
and
been
it's
a long
early
road.
enough in the game to
Yeah,
where
I think this is
you
it.
get the Concord group. You can say, okay, I'm ready to help you, or I'm not ready to help you.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it.
So
Of course,
I
you
like
know
the
you're
fact it
welcome
puts off that
anytime.
initial
My
quest,
door's always open
that
to
initial
you.
settlement
Windows,
quest,
too. Some of the walls actually,
until
come to think
you
of it.
literally say, yes, I'm ready
Guess
for
I
this.
better get back to it.
So I like that
care now.
that kind of branch
Mission
pathing.
objective completed.
Okay, so we've got that completed. So what we're going to do... oh, and I went ahead and tricked up, at least best I could, giving my level, the MK2 laser rifle that I got from the synth that was taken out by the nuclear bomber guy over near... Okay, let's take this dude out. The nuclear bomber... That's a... Wow. Okay, I got it.
Entering
You want to
killer
blow up
mode.
in my
Critical
face? I
damage.
got just determined to blow up in my face. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. A laser can't take it out. Oh, man. Boy, my guy is weak. He is so weak. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I think I want to go ahead and pull all that stuff. And I did the last piece. There we go. One of the things about interactive animations, we're definitely not going with this. Let's go with more of a ballistic. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm ditching this thing. That is not going to really help me in the least. It doesn't do enough damage. Alright, so we're dumping that. Okay, alright, here we go. Let's do a blood bug steak. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to go to... I do have the quest... Is that a bug? I do have the quest for Tenpines, I believe. I think that's going to be like one of the first steps. One of the first steps we need to take. And we are going to head kind of in that direction. I do want to get Abernathy. So we have the Minutemen. So we should be able to get the locket. I'm not going to necessarily stop by and talk to the Abernathys just yet. I'm going to work my way to... I'm working my way over to the satellite array where the locket is being held captive. There is no telling what they have done over there. I believe that's over there in that... I believe that's over there near Abernathy. There is definitely some stuff going on there. And... we might... Let's make a detour. I'm pretty sure at this level we're asking for it. But let's make a detour. Okay, let's... Let's see if we can find out what was... It's over that way. I can see. This is why I needed the West Tech goggles. I definitely needed to see exactly what's going on in the dark. What are those guys? You know what those guys look like? Those guys look like... Those are Rust Devils? Those are Rust Devils. Alright. So we've made our presence known. There's one of them right there. Looks like they're splitting apart. Got that one.
Come on! I dare you!
Whoa. Okay. All right. Good. I think he had a railway rifle, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Let's see what we can net up here. Fusion core. Oh, he had a Gatling laser. I will definitely take that. It's interesting because even though you get weapons early on in the game, and he's got a Gauss rifle, everything that weighs a ton, these guys have. That is a... Man, that thing is definitely...
Unit level increased.
Let's see what else we have. Here's what exploded. So we do have some extra fusion cores. I have no idea what they've... Okay, we've got another Gatling laser. Okay, so we've got 2 Gatling lasers. And then we've got... They look like a stink bug. If I'm not mistaken, that is a stink bug. And that comes from Mutant Menagerie Life Finds a Way. And you've got to kind of excuse my voice here a little bit. It is a little bit on the hoarse side. Alright, now let's go ahead and work our way towards... Alright, dog meat. I'm going to give you... I don't want a raspberry bush. I'm not going to run this dog down. Alright.
Hey,
Okay, stay still. You can do this. See,
Wait
this is
there.
ridiculous. Okay.
hey. Come on.
Alright, let's go this way. Yeah, this reminds me of a hunting expedition where you would have something like a hound dog. And the hound dog is like so excited about running and being outside. It definitely has a, very, very dog-like characteristics. I will kudo that. But most Bethesda games that I've seen, they lack refinement. The actual, they have these subsystems, these coding systems, which gives this illusion of a living world, but they don't really fine-tune the systems a whole lot to make it look like that it's an intelligent world. As an example, where you've seen where I'm talking to Dogmeat, I actually went to talk to him. I initiated conversation, but he literally just says, okay, look, I know you talked to me, but I'm just so excited about running, I'm just going to run. Okay, I went ahead and made some makeshift grenades. This comes from the Degenerate DAC explosion pack. Now, we have feral ghouls out here. I think they're coming in from this direction. So these things are hunting me. And there they are. I'm thinking what I want to do is go with a combat shotgun. So what we can do... You see that? There is a... That's what I'm looking for right there. There is a Wendigo. And And what we need is a, I need to get rid of that Wendigo, which I did not do, unfortunately. Did I get rid of him? God, I didn't get rid of him. Oh man, we're dead. Because this guy is an absolute pain, and he's going to... Are you serious? I'm stuck? I am literally stuck on a guardrail. I like the fact that Bethesda, they do have a tendency to be good at certain things, but absolutely terrible at others. We have got to get in here. I am going to need some assistance. Well, until I can at least get a combat battle rifle. Jesus, man. Okay. Alright, we're gonna need some, we are gonna need some extra assistance here. Assistance, please. Because this dude is coming straight for me. Wouldn't it be funny if I made it all the way back to the settlement and I still wound up dying because they cannot even manage something like this? I wonder if we could take him out with a hunting rifle.
Entering killing mode. Your AP is too low.
Well... I see, it's kind of like a disruption. Okay, that doesn't help. Well, at least he can't get to me, that's a plus. I can get him in the head. Where's that?
Entering killing mode.
Where is it? Okay, at least I got a headshot in.
Entering killing mode. Your AP is too low.
Okay. That was the problem. That one was definitely the problem. Okay. Wow. At least I made it back here. Let's see if we can thin this herd out some. Okay, get that guy. I have a feeling this is going to result, this little escapade here is going to result in... Alright, let's do a quick save here. I have a feeling this little escapade here is going to result in damaged okay, we definitely got some people down. He's gone. Well, that worked. At least I made it back to the settlement. That was a big plus. Okay, they shouldn't attack for a while. Let's see if we can get anything decent out of these guys. This might have already resulted in some damage to some turrets or something. I am not sure yet. And we won't know until we take a look. Or I'm hoping that since we are using some settlements too, hopefully that will auto repair some of these things. Okay, we need to get rid of this. There is an area loot feature. I do have an area loot feature, but I'm not using it. that was quite a pack of ghouls. A pack of unleveled ghouls. Alright, let's get a good hard save here. Even though I have feral knights set up so that they're not supposed to spawn in an interior location, they do. I'm not sure why that is. I've never really... I mean, it might be you know, the very first thing a person thinks of is, okay, it's a mod conflict. Let me check one thing real quick. And yeah, a lot of times, you know, you'll hear somebody say, okay, it's a mod conflict. It's a mod conflict. It may be, but I don't always think that's the case. Or let me rephrase that. I think it's the synergy. So yes, technically you could call it a mod conflict to a degree. You could call it that. That is possible. But I think in another sense, it's just two mods are not working well together. They should. They could be, you know, their functionality could be completely unrelated. They're just simply unrelated to each other. But because two mod authors chose the same way of doing something, even though what they're doing is completely unrelated. So as an example, let's say there's a script that they decided to modify because it made things more convenient during the development of, you know, the mod, you know, their mod. But when you combine the two mods together, they simply do not work well together because they're trying to access, or they're trying to modify the same script. I'm not actually going to look into these locations right now because I need to get to the satellite array, and there is a chance that another random group of feral spawns will come out as I'm in, and there is a guy here. We need to eliminate this guy. There's a very good chance another group of feral ghouls are going to spawn when I am in... What is this? Okay, so it looks like over there it has spawned a group of rust devils. That seems to be something it just loves to spawn for some reason. Alright, let's go up here and take a look. He has a sniper rifle. Would love to take the sniper rifle, but I already have one. Okay, let's make sure we are in stealth mode here. I cannot use Condition Boy yet, so even though there is a representation of my character there, I cannot use that because that does not work for the next-gen version of Fallout 4. We're going to skip these guys because I don't think I'm going to be able to get close enough at this level. I really need a combat... I need a battle rifle, and I won't get one just yet because I think it's added to leveled lists at a particular level. So it's like almost like a multiple filter. You have a level filter to get the item drop. Yeah, we don't want to fool with that group. Not yet. I am a little bit on the squishy side. I may not have a choice. Where did that come from? Alright. Okay, that's a hermit crab. It's a little baby crab, not interested, or a mirelurk. We need to get this way. Okay, now who are these guys?
Entering killing
Draft,
mode.
gunner, mercenary. Okay, let's... This is from Atomic World. This is Atomic World, so it puts a little bit more of an organic feel to. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. Well, you shouldn't have killed the poor animal there, Dogmeat. It's just a doe. She was not harming anyone, didn't even attack us. Okay. Now, what would be interesting is the creature that is there, to kite that over into those rust devils. That would be something. If I had more time, I would actually see if we could do that. But our destination is up that way. We want to get up there. All right, before we do that, I'm going to stop by here and see if I can't loot at least some of these goodies. I'll take that. And every second that I spend from the time feral ghouls spawn at night, every second I spend increases the chance that they are going to spawn again. One thing I haven't done is I have not changed my time scale, I don't believe. I believe I had it set to 6 as opposed to 20. So time should pass by a lot more slowly. I'll take that. Alright, so we've got all of those things. I've got the water. Okay, let's go ahead and do a quick save here. And you can see how fast quick saves go when there's not a lot of scripts running. I believe it has to wait until scripts reach a stopping point, or where the VM can actually stop the script, which is probably, I'm assuming what it would do. If I was to do it, I would freeze all events. So all the newly occurring events, I would freeze those, and then I would wait for all the other scripts to complete whatever cycle before we, the virtual machine decides to go back in, and we need to kill this guy, because I'm pretty sure that is a bad. Oh, 2 dogs fighting. See, that's what you just seen Dogmeat do is exactly what. That is exactly what changing that dog's race record, or changing Dogmeat, has done. It put that on all dogs, so they will instantly do that to me. You know what we're gonna do? Now there's one more. I know he's here, and he's more than likely gonna have a okay, man, this guy's got hawk eyes or something. Okay, we took him out. But what we need is that guy up there. I'm almost thinking that's what I'm. Whoa. Okay, where you at? We are gonna need this. I got a feeling while I'm doing this, I just got this really funny feeling that while I'm doing this, an explosive mole rat is gonna pop up. And where are you? There he is.
Entering killing mode. Entering killing mode.
Okay. Let's go back to our short-range weapon. Quick save here. I think we've got it clear. I think we're clear. There's only one way to find out. I don't really need the hide.
New
I don't
location
really need
discovered.
to collect a lot of the... Oh, what in the world? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It's like, gee. Okay, I'll take that. Oh yeah, I just heard it. Where'd it go? are you? There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. It's almost like the idea. I'll take the leather left leg. It's almost, and you know what? Let's go ahead and take the shotgun. It's almost like the idea is to create this idea of stress, challenge. So somehow I think the idea of stress and challenge are one and the same. They could equate, you know, a very difficult challenge, you know, can also equate to stress, you know, due to the difficulty of what is trying to be accomplished. However, just because something is just difficult doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be stressful. So I believe that what some mod authors have done is they will spawn things right behind or on top of you. And they're like, okay, you need to think fast. Well, that makes good sense if the game you are playing allows for that kind of reaction time. If it allows for that kind, you know, if it's really a high FPS first-person shooter, that would make absolute perfect sense. But Fallout 4 the gunplay is definitely better than Fallout 3 and Vegas. Vegas definitely improved on Fallout 3, and Fallout 4 the gunplay is better. That is, to me, that is a true statement. But it's not like a really high FPS first-person shooter. It's just it's not geared for that. Okay, let's see. Before we get in here, all right. So this one, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to guess. My instincts tell me that there is going to be a ghoul swarm inside this small building. And we're going to have to find a way to mitigate this. We're going to have to find a way to deal with this. And that is part of what happens when we travel at nighttime. That's going to make it a whole different challenge. The chance that a massive pack of unleveled ghouls, and I need to be a level 10, which maybe I can do that now. We'll take a look once we get back to Sanctuary, but we do want to get Abernathy built up. Okay, let's grab whatever we have here. I'll take the rat away. It doesn't look like there's a lot of enemies in here for now. That's a good thing. I'll take the water. And I think that's all I really want. Take the Abraxo cleaner. Okay, we gotta get rid of this guy. Okay, we got rid of him. That's probably gonna alert everybody. So let's do this. Okay, we got a dog coming. There's a dog coming this way. See right there he is. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's put, which I don't have. I hate to use my bottle cap mine. Come on. Where are you at? Oh, he's there.
I'm just getting started.
Let's see if we can bring him out.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun.
Okay. Alright, dog meat took care of him. So we definitely have some problems in here. These are times like this I really miss my battle rifle. It kind of turns, it lets me shoot 308s.
Nice and quick. You no sign of him now.
Short combat rifle. I'll go ahead and take that since we want to test. I need the combat armor. Heavy combat armor, I need that. Since we're going to be testing equipped settlers out here. Just as soon as we get back to Sanctuary. Alright. I'm not sure which way to go here. I see one Using the radar, I can definitely see one. This varmint rifle does do 46. Let's go ahead and pop that. I have a feeling when I do this, I am going to get shot. Okay. Alright, there is somebody down here with a minigun. Alright, I know you're there. Let's see if we can alert him. Okay, got rid of that one. Interestingly enough, I don't see... We need to go short range here. There they are. There they are. There... Well, no, that might be... I think that's also... That's a lot of dudes, man. That's a lot of dudes. Those might be mole... I mean, those might be, rad roaches. But I don't think so. What we've got to do is we've got to find the one with the machine gun.
What was that?
Okay, now we need to change our location here. Okay, there we go. So that should send them looking for me. Okay, here comes somebody. All right, we got rid of that one. I think that's Ack. I think that's Ack. Okay. So, unfortunately, we might, if they're still here. Oh no, we must have wound up killing Ack. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. We're gonna have to pick it up. Otherwise, what's gonna happen is another raider, if he happens to come through here, or for some reason one spawns in, he will grab that minigun, because that's probably a better weapon than he has. Alright, let's see what we've got. Dog meat's around here somewhere, he'll catch up. I don't want a pin necessarily. Don't need a bottle. I'll take the leather. We're good with that. How much more space do we have? Not much. There, that's what I need. That's gonna put me over. Okay, I don't know where dog meat is, but... Okay, where are you? We're gonna have to crawl until we can locate dog meat again. Let's switch to a more... I wonder if I should use this. I want to put a scope on it first. Let's stick with the combat rifle. Yeah, we are definitely over encumbered. What I need is that locket. Okay, good. And as soon as dog meat, there he is. Okay, so there you are, buddy. Alright, let's see if we can offload some stuff onto you to make this a little bit easier on me. Let's just keep loading them up here. Okay. Oh, look, there's a screwdriver stuck in the lock. Or maybe... Oh, that must have been mine. I have never noticed that before.
Yes.
Okay, let's make sure that somehow things don't go redneck. How can you miss that terribly at point blank? There are times when I try not to use VATS. I try not to actually use VATS. Just in case that right there decides to come flying out and explode. I had that tank, that compressed cylinder actually come out on me. It flew out and I was out here and it actually flew outside the door because it's kind of like random, I guess. Dynamic physics. And blew up right next to me. Like literally blew up right next to me. How many boom bugs are there? Are you serious? Oh, these guys are making a move. Get off. Gee whiz. Okay. I took care of that crowd. Man, the things I gotta go through just to get a guy's locket back. A guy's daughter's locket. Oh my gosh. Alright, so let's grab all this stuff. Toy alien. Yeah, the one thing I wish the mod author of interactive animations would do is, as you're looting things, you have a certain amount of time once you initiate loot before the animation stops or it closes the menu out. And my suggestion, I think I suggested on his mod page, was to reset that timer every time you loot an object. So once that, once I do a search and I actually start looting objects, then reset the timer. So like, let's say you have a timer that's gonna close in like 3 seconds. Well, if you got a lot of things that you want to sift through, you only have 3 seconds to do it. Otherwise you have to open the container again. So you gotta be kidding me. So you only have like 3 seconds to you have to loot the container again and go through that whole process. So I was thinking, my suggestion was, okay, when you loot the container, reset that timer back to 3 seconds. So therefore your animation doesn't close out. So as long as you are actively looting, then that particular function or that particular interface is going to stay up and available. Let's see. I'll grab this bag. I don't necessarily need it. I'll take that. All right. I think I've got everything I want to get out of here. I don't necessarily need any additional RADaway, no helmets, anything like that. Let's go ahead and take this. There, that's what I was afraid of. See, that's usually how my luck rolls. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get out of here because they are going to show up because they're already coming in. See, they're already here. So I don't know if we can find a way to stealth around this. Let's see. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. So we're going to do this. Come on, get out of my way. Get out of my way. See, this is very, very bad. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to let them kill us. I'm just going to have to reload. So they've got me trapped in here, and they've got me boxed in, and there's too many. They're high levels, so there's not much I'm going to be able to do to mitigate that. So how far back did that leave us? Okay, yes, I know about that. So what I need to do is I need to get out of here because they're going to spawn again. Here we go. God. Damn it. Stop it. Oh, this is some BS. Oh, you gotta be, buddy. I'm so tired of these guys. There's no way. There's no way. I don't know where I'm going. You know what? I'm just gonna let him kill me. Oh my god. Okay, so we might be in a complete bind here. How are we going to get out of this? How are we going to get out of this? The problem is they've already spawned. I wonder if I can load before this. Yeah, that is not going to work. There's too many of them. I wonder. Yeah, there's no way to get on top of anything. There's no way to get on top of nothing. I wonder if we can do this. Let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. Seriously? Come on, just get it over with. Alright. Oh my god. This one I think is going to be a Kobayashi Maru. So I'm definitely not going to do this level again. I don't even think a Gatling laser is going to help me. I can try this. I do have one. But I think I gave it to dog meat. I did give it to the dog. So you know what? Let's try something.
Hold.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get it out of him before these guys attack. Didn't I give you a Gatling laser? I did.
Psst. Let's go.
Alright, so... I don't even think this is going to help. Because this is going to slow me down. I cannot stealth out of here. There's no way. See, they're too high of a level. There's no way. I'm not going to be able to bring them down fast enough. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's see. I have one other strategy, and then we're going to have to console this. Otherwise, I don't think... You know what? I wonder if I could... I wonder... Since I can teleport anywhere... I mean, I can get out of here. I wonder... Can I do this? Ha!
Workshop framework
Perfect.
entries detected.
Perfect. Go fast travel anywhere. Yeah, we're definitely leaving that mob. But that is usually how my luck rolls. Almost always when I... And it's funny... I love philosophy and social aspects. From a social aspect, I don't know if we are automatically formed into a, you know, formed into a I don't want to say a shape, but we're forced into an influence that will literally make sure, without us even being aware of it, that we are going to...
Hey, over here.
That we're going to change our behavior so that it automatically puts us in very, very difficult situations. I don't know if that is a true thing or if it honestly just happens, everything happens kind of randomly. That, I don't know. Let's see, do I even have a... Alright, let's see. There we go. Let's get back to... Oh my god. But back to what I'm saying. I don't know if we, you know, if how we understand things, it forces us into a certain framework. Or just things happen at random to where we happen to be in a certain framework, you know, a certain framework. As my luck goes, as you saw, everything went good, but right as I'm going to leave, all of a sudden I have a bad situation. Very, very bad situation. And I tend to relate that to things in life, almost as a lot of times people find the situations they're in just completely unsurmountable. It's very difficult to deal with things like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So the way I look at it is I don't believe in coincidences. So I almost 2, 3, 4, 5. I almost have this ideology that the universe almost wants to show us how little we could. Let's see, I think I want to drop 22. How little we are in control of our environment. And I think it almost wants to prove that point. You know, it's almost like I'm going to do this every single time. But to me, the thing about that is it conditions us to think a certain way. So circumstance can condition our thinking so that we automatically assume, yeah, this is going to be what is going to happen. Even, whether that happens or not, it leads us to believe that. Okay, I'm going to drop that. Powerful hunting rifle. Let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me save this back. And we need to upgrade this. This is the rifle that I want. I'll take the long barrel, that's fine. Vented barrel, that's fine. Full stock is fine. I can't really make anything reflex dot. I think what I want to do with this, I think let's just start out with the reflex first. Small magazine, quick eject, a tiny magazine. Yeah, I don't think I want a tiny magazine. No material, that's fine. We're not worried about the paint. Hardened receiver is fine. See, that bumps up my damage quite a bit. This is the rifle we are going to use. And this will at least give us a fighting chance against all of this other stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna drop the combat rifle. I don't need that. Where's the combat rifle? Combat. Not shotgun. Here we go. We'll drop this. Alright, so we want to make sure we equip our battle rifle. And there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and get our thermal imaging back online. Oh my god, I can't even believe that. That is funny. I knew that was going to happen. Once you see something enough, you can almost say, this is absolutely predictable. Alright. So now what I want to do is, let's do a hard save here. So I'm heading over to Abernathy Farm, and I'm going to give him the locket. We're going to acquire the workshop, and then I'm not going to have any choice but to build a settlement. I'd have to put down some power. I have to put down some turrets. So I'm going to go ahead and build the settlement. And let's just see. I was thinking, I'm trying to think ahead and say, okay, if I do too much too soon, it's going to overload the scripting, and perhaps we're going to have a crash. So I'm going to go ahead and do this anyways, and I'm probably going to do the same to Red Rocket, which I don't think is a good idea, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, Abernathy, here I come. If I would have had plenty of ammunition, okay.
We could use some help picking melons if you've got some spare time. I'll give you caps for any you can bring me.
Let's see.
You look like you have a pretty successful farm here.
We'd like to think so. Having Clarabelle helps. Free fertilizer, as Daddy would say. Whatever saves caps.
Alright, let's do,
No time right now.
That's alright. If you ever do feel like earning some extra caps, the offer's always there.
Okay. Alright, Abernathy, where did you go? Let's quick save here. I don't believe I'm going to get attacked.
Excuse me.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a
See, I'm
peaceful
pretty
farm.
sure I
We
have...
don't want any trouble.
I'm pretty sure I have Feral Knights not able to spawn indoors, but
It's
as you
okay.
can saw,
I'm
they
friendly.
as you
Not
saw,
looking to cause any trouble.
they did
If you
anyways.
say so, but
And
be
it's
warned, we're
nice when I
armed.
have
So
impact
don't try
grenades.
anything.
It's nice
Let me
because
tell ya,
impact grenades
farming
explode
ain't
on
easy.
impact, so I
Out in the
literally can
field
clear
all
out
day,
what's in
every
front of
day.
me,
And every minute
which
of
we'll
it
be able to get that
spent
next.
watching your back.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy. Been ages since I've seen one of those vault suits around. You new to these parts?
Kind of. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
Let's see.
Don't know. Never really thought about it.
Hell, neither did I. I was born into it. Word of advice, though. If you do start up a farm, be ready to deal with the raiders. Why do all the hard work when you can just take what you want at gunpoint?
Bastards. All of them.
Last time those raiders hit us, my daughter Mary tried to stand up to them. Now she's buried out back of the house. Only 21 years old, and they shot her down without a thought. That's why we need the Minutemen back. And the sooner, the better.
There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
I'm sorry to hear you say so. I don't have much to offer, but those raiders that killed Mary, they took her locket too. It's been in Connie's family for generations. If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot to us.
I took care of some raiders earlier. I think I found the locket you're talking about.
You serious?
I wish they.
That's great news.
I wish the questing
Connie's gonna be
allowed
sweet.
me to
I'm
put
sure she'll
flowers
go lean on
on
prices after what
Mary's
you've done.
grave. That would be
Feel free to
really.
use our workshop.
That would be
Please.
something I would really. That would be really nice. I'm not going to raise this because if I raise it, I don't think it's going to remove their crops, but I don't want to take a chance on that. So all we're going to do here is, wow, that one has got that resource thing really picked up. That's way bigger than what I thought. I'm going to need to move that probably over to the left. And I'm not sure how to do that just yet. I'll research that a little bit when I have more time and offline. Or when I'm not streaming. Alright, let's see. So, let's go ahead and select a city plan. Use the city plan. Yep, tear it all down. Okay, so I'm not gonna instantly go over and do Red Rocket. I'm gonna give this a second. And once it kind of has an opportunity to maybe kick me out, I don't know how long that's going to take. Because I think what it's doing with the city plan is it's scrapping everything and it's leaving the base, you know, kind of like a base settlement there. So I don't think it's going to like really scrap the crops. It's going to leave all that, leave the beds, and then it's going to drop some plots down that will add some additional housing. A beacon is how I believe it's going to unfold. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this with short. We'll do a quick save, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the explosives perk, so I can make impact grenades, and I think that's going to give me a little bit of an edge. A little bit of an edge. So let's go ahead and do. I need Demolition Expert 2. There we go. 12. I just need to save one perk for when we get to 13. That way I can do the weapon. Medic 2, I can't get that to 18. I do need Medic 2. Alright, so we're just going to leave the perks there.
Workshop framework entries detected.
Okay, let's do a quick save on that. Alright, now let's go ahead and we're going to pass Red Rocket up. I'm actually going to head back to Sanctuary. Let's head back to Sanctuary, and then I'm going to get me some impact grenades. I think we are in daytime, though. I think we're good. We are approaching daytime. I'm going to need some impact grenades. Hopefully that will give me... Yeah, that's going to start building up my .308 ammo. This one, you can see the little spider. You know what that looks like? If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it in the streamed video, but there is spider lines, look like spider webs above the ground. That looks like a mesh. That looks like a mesh that maybe defines, it's almost time for breakfast. That looks like a mesh that defines the height of the grass. It looks like it's the grass height. We don't want to stealth. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go run a little bit quicker. So what we're going to want to do is make some impact grenades. We'll take those with us. Oh, that's an interesting stutter. I think what I need to start doing is, I think I'm going to bring up my, and I'm going to see what we're looking at. I believe micro stuttering. I believe that micro stuttering is happening because there are a lot of scripts running. I believe is what that is. Okay, so we want to do grenades. And what we want is an impact grenade. What are we missing? We're missing aluminum. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go into raise my settlements. And normally we would build these things up, but since we're doing a test right now, just kind of a quick playthrough, we're going to take advantage of our resources. So let's add starter scrap. Let's add some extra scrap. Steel wool concrete. Let's go ahead and add that. I think aluminum might be uncommon. I'm guessing. That's my guess. Uncommon. And then let's do rare. Okay. Alright, that should do that. Now, let's give this another shot. Where is impact grenades? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah, we can make plenty. Alright, so I'll take 10 of those. Those will be better options than the regular grenades. Alright. We've acquired Abernathy. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream, grab some breakfast. As you can tell, I do believe we have a second opinion in the house. And then I'm going to go ahead and do Tenpines. We're going to make a run on Tenpines, grab that settlement, and build a city plan there. So we've got a lot of active city plans going on. I need to see what the micro stutter is. It looks like it's stabilized out a little bit. Oh, so it's this dude. Alright. Let's see anything we can get rid of here. I don't want that. We're good there. That's fine. I think we're still pretty good. Alright, okay, so I'm going to close this stream, and then on our next stream, I am going to drop the box. I need to find a location to drop the equipped settler trunk. We'll get it configured, and then at that point, we're going to go to Tenpines, which will take us to Corvega. We'll clear Corvega out, and we will go back to Tenpines and build that settlement. Alright, I hope everybody has a good evening, and I will be back for the next stream here shortly.